So I've been seeing a lot of positive buzz online for the Cosori Turbo Tower Pro air fryer, and I was a little bit skeptical, but now that my wife and I have actually got our hands on this and have been putting it through its paces, I can safely say this is the best air fryer we have ever owned. So yes, it has a number of convenient features as a tower air fryer, and we're going to get to those, don't worry. But I think there's one feature in particular that really makes the Cosori Turbo Tower Pro the air fryer of air fryers. So before we get into the specifics as to why this is so good, in the interest of transparency, Cosori did gift this air fryer to us so that we could test it out and I could share these thoughts with you. And I will start by saying it has come at the perfect time because we've just moved house and the kitchen that we have in our new home is a little bit smaller than what we're used to. So bringing in all our old appliances from our old house wasn't really going to be an option. We just don't have the room. So the tower design here is just what we needed, but what I love is we're not compromising on the actual cooking space. These drawers are actually a lot bigger than the drawers we had on our full width air fryer, even though the unit itself is more narrow. But not only are we getting the brilliantly sized 2 ceramic coated cooking drawers, we also get the metal rack for the bottom drawer, meaning that we can have 3 shelves of cooking at any one time. In other words, you can do entire meals in this air fryer, which means you can say goodbye to some of your other more costly to run larger appliances. So we're getting a full 10.8 litre of capacity here, but without dominating the kitchen workspace. The baskets themselves are dishwasher safe, so really easy to clean this. And the touch sensitive cooking controls are really convenient, really easy to use. It takes about 30 seconds to learn how to use them. Once you've done that, you're never going to forget. We have the 7-in-1 versatility here. The modes that we have are air fryer, bake, roast, reheat, dehydrate, proof and grill too. And the appliance itself will use advanced fan controls to make sure that depending on the setting you've selected, it's going to be giving the right amount of heat in the right places. And this is, I have to say, the standout feature of the Turbo Tower Pro. Many air fryers will have their heating element either at the back or perhaps in the sides, or sometimes just on the bottom or the top. This is especially true for these tower air fryers that are designed to fit under your kitchen cupboards, okay? The manufacturers only have certain amount of height to work with. And that means that other similar models of tower air fryers will have, for example, a bottom or a top heating element for each drawer, but that's it. But I don't know how they've done this. Cosori, for this bottom drawer here, have actually got the bottom and the top heating elements in place, so you are getting cooking from both sides all over the basket. It is brilliant. In fact, if you're currently using another air fryer, go right now and check where the heating elements are located, because I'm pretty confident that they are not going to be as well positioned as what you have here. This is also why we can use that optional metal basket. So if you want a third layer of food to be cooked, you can absolutely go ahead and do that with the Turbo Tower Pro, something that would not be possible with other models of air fryer. Now you may also see that the Turbo Tower Pro does come with Smart App control. It's useful if you want to use the app to keep track of, you know, what's cooking and how long is left and that sort of information. Or if you want to browse recipes from Cosori themselves, they have those in the app as well. But the final thing that kind of took me by surprise with this model is how quiet it is. I've used air fryers before that sound like a jet engine flying past, and yes, they have got better as time has gone on. What I will say is this is probably the quietest air fryer I've ever used, and I believe that's because Cosori are using an upgraded DC motor here, which really does make the difference. Especially if, for example, you have a more open plan kitchen, then the noise of the appliances can be a little bit frustrating. However, as far as dual layer air fryers are concerned, this is probably one of the quietest. But in conclusion, the Cosori Turbo Tower Pro is not simply another air fryer in a crowded market of air fryers. It actually brings something new to the table. The dual layered heating elements make a huge difference to the browning consistency. And the large baskets, along with the option for triple layered cooking, is not something I've seen before in an air fryer such as this, so that's a real big bonus. And when combined with the easy cleaning and quieter operation, it's actually not hard to see why this specific model has gained so much traction, positive traction online over the last few weeks. And if you are shopping around at the moment for a new air fryer, then definitely the Cosori Turbo Tower Pro would make a great choice.